If you are a die-hard Bhai fan, then you already know what to expect from his films. That larger-than-life heroism, gravity-defying action sequences, and those signature slow-motion swag shots. Now he's back with yet another Eat Popcorn entertainer with Sikandar. And honestly, on paper, the movie had all the right ingredients to be the ultimate Salman Khan spectacle we have come to expect. Directed by A.R. Murugadoss, whom we already know and remember so fondly as he's the man behind some iconic hits like Gajani and Holiday in Hindi Belt. And this latest offering from him seemed to have the potential to be a mass action entertainer by combining high octane thrills with emotional drama. But man, I didn't expect that despite having a decent premise, Sikandar turns out to be something that feels like the longest 2.5 hours in the theatre. Film revolves around the character of Sanjay Rajkot, played by Salman Khan, who is a benevolent king and a larger-than-life figure, which means a messiah to the people of Rajkot. His life takes a dramatic turn after the death of his wife Sai Shri, played by Rashmika Mandana, and then he embarks on a journey to protect those who have received her donated organs, and all this while taking on corrupt politicians and police officers. I believe that this premise alone could have delved into powerful themes of loss, redemption, and social justice. But sadly, the execution of the film totally falters. So hello everyone. Today at Cine Samvad, we'll dive into the specifics of movie Sikandar, starring our own Bhaijan Salman Khan and directed by A.R. Murugadoss. I feel the movie heavily relies upon Salman Khan's star power, with those flashy action sequences and his magnetic presence to carry out that slow and uninspired narrative. The emotional weight of the story doesn't land as it should be. And what's even more frustrating is that the film doesn't really showcase the situations and instead announce everything by dialogues. Means no connect at all. And the film doesn't quite know if it wants to be a gritty action thriller, an emotional drama, or a revenge drama. And as a result, it falls somewhere in between and never quite commit fully to any side of the narrative. So now let's dive deeper into what worked and what didn't with some noteworthy elements about the film. An absolute dilemma of stardom versus storytelling. There's absolutely no denying the Salman Khan's star power, as his mere presence on screen is enough to draw hordes of fans to the theatres. The movie was marketed as a high-octane action thriller, and yes, we get that usual treatment. Those slow-motion walk-ins, intense close-up shots, gravity-defying action sequences that leave the audience whistling and cheering. But while these moments cater to his fans, they also highlight one of the central issues with the film. That is its inability to strike a balance between mass appeal and storytelling. The movie struggles with its identity of being an action film or a drama, as it doesn't do any justice to either of them. Salman Khan's character Sanjay Rajkot is supposed to be a messiah, a protector, a figure who inspires, but his journey feels so hollow that you just don't care. Yes, he's saving people, but we don't feel that emotional stake in a way we should be. The death of his wife Sai Shri ideally should have been a pivotal moment for him and a chance for Salman Khan's character to showcase his emotional depth. But sadly, it felt like another plot point to advance the action. I think the issue here is not just about Salman Khan's acting ability. It's equally about the choices that had been made in terms of writing, direction, and execution. The dialogues in the film, man, they come off as wooden and stiff at times, and despite Salman Khan's best efforts, there's this noticeable monotony to his performance. At 60, I feel he can still pull off some great action sequences, but the film just doesn't give him enough substance to truly shine in the emotional or dramatic sequences. It was almost as if the film is afraid to push him out of his comfort zone. He has his moments of grandeur, but the lack of a strong emotional core makes it hard for audiences to connect with his character. The villain arc, formulaic and forgettable. The central antagonist in the movie is Pradhan, played by Satyaraj, who is a corrupt politician who becomes Sanjay's primary adversary in the film, who lacks the intensity and the meaningful arc needed for an impactful villain. And Pradhan, much like the rest of the characters, is so much underwhelming and terrible with no impact at all. The conflict between Sanjay and Pradhan is forgettable and lacks the gravitas that it should have had. What we get is that typical power struggle between a messiah and a villainous politician, and it's nothing we haven't seen before in countless other films. and the fact that the film spends so much time on action sequences and flashy spectacle without giving the antagonist any real depth or motivation makes their conflict totally passable. Satyaraj's character lacks any real stakes in the film, as he is portrayed as just bad and his motivations feel one-dimensional. The screenplay, uninspired and lacks depth. Perhaps the most significant shortcoming of Sikandar is its screenplay, which was all over the place. The film attempts to explore several thematic angles like humanity, sacrifice, love, and social justice. But the movie does all this with a lack of needed depth and finesse. The dialogues are often cringeworthy, and the emotional beats fall absolutely flat because of the weak writing. One instance in the film highlights this issue. When a film hinges on the emotional arc of the lead character's relationship with a deceased loved one, which is Sanjay and Saishree's character in this case, then it's crucial for the lost loved one to leave a significant imprint on the story. However, this element was missing in the screenplay, as such a pivotal arc came and went without any emotional payoff. It's almost as if the writers tried to pack too many ideas into the film without giving any of them the proper development they deserved. The screenplay takes us from one plot point to next just randomly and without really giving the characters the room to grow. We as an audience never get a true emotional connection with any of the characters. And when the film tries to make us care for this central plot point, which is Salman's character protecting the people who have received his wife's organs, all this just doesn't work because there is no real build-up or emotional payoff, which makes it really difficult for viewers to stay invested in the film. So now turning to the marks of the film, so I would give this one an honest 4 out of 10. I believe the film tried to serve good moments, but they are not impactful at all, and film absolutely feels like a missed opportunity for both Salman Khan and A.R. Murgadoz. With a stronger emotional core and more consistent direction, Sikandar could have been the kind of action drama that could have left a lasting impact. Instead, the movie serves its audience a half-baked product filled with uninspired narrative, bad performances, and it relies too heavily on star power to cover its deeper shortcomings.
इतनी पॉपुलैरिटी तो है, पीएम सीएम का पता नहीं, एमएलए एमपी तो बन ही जाऊंगा.
So now that concludes few of my thoughts and view on the film Sikandar. In my opinion, if you are a die-hard fan of Salman Khan, you might still find some joy. And if you are someone looking for something more substantial in the film, you'll be highly disappointed. Overall, I don't recommend this to anyone at all. You too, please share your thoughts in the comment section of the video about this film and let's have a healthy discussion around it. Also, if you have enjoyed this overall review, so please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel for more content ahead. Do follow me on my social handles at Cinesamvad for short reviews and cinematic insights. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next one. Cheers.